Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Well, on June 6th, the WBDC Texaco Country Showdown for 2013 crowned a new winner. And congratulations go to the Hasbeens. And we'd like to welcome them into our studio right now for an interview. Please welcome David Wayne and TK or Terry Kendall, known as the Hasbeens.
Yes.
Okay, now you guys, how long have you been playing together?
Too long.
Too long. Okay.
We are more than an overnight success.
Yeah.
Took a lot of nights.
Yeah, a lot of nights, a lot of time on the road, and a lot of writing together. We wrote together for many years.
Now, you guys actually have been individual
acts.
David Wayne, you've been David Wayne, the Blackburn Band.
Yep.
TK, you've been performing. But I guess you guys have known each other for a long time.
Oh yeah, we wrote together even though we wasn't in the same group. We'd still write. He lived right across the street from me, or right down the block from me, and we'd write together. And
When I was about 15.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 15.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
It's hard to get the pacifier. That's what's wrong with it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Went to the dentist the other day. He said, "Wouldn't take out my wisdom tooth." I said, "You think that'd be wise?"
Okay. This may be one of the most difficult interviews I've had, if I can keep a straight face.
It's all right. That's what we're about, having fun and the feeling thing. That's what this is all about.
That was kind of what I was going to ask you next. Why did you enter the WBDC Texaco Country Showdown?
Well, we was not dressed for success, I'll tell you that. But we figured, like Terry said, we was going to go do some gospel songs and have fun, and that's just what we did.
Let's talk about the set that you did. You did 3 songs. 3 songs. You did a song and a medley.
Yes.
Tell us about the songs that you did.
We did Joshua's Wings first. That song was, now I might get a little emotional here.
Well, Terry lost a son to a car wreck, and Lord gave us a song called Joshua's Got His Wings, and we did that first, and then we did T for Texas, where he blew his harmonica a little bit, and we snuck a little George Jones in there, and then ended with How Great Thou Art, and I tell you, Elvis didn't have nothing on TK when it comes to that song. There wasn't a dry eye in the
Thank you,
house.
Vern.
Yeah.
And you guys did a great job. Now, last year you were the band that was outside performing just to keep people entertained, but you entered the year before. And David Wayne, you won the first
Very
contest.
first year they had it, I was with
Yeah.
a band called Crossfire, and we won and went to the state or what have you. And that was a good time.
You know that was 32 years ago.
we have to
brought that up.
that far.
Okay.
Which comes has-beens.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That has been, well, you guys really did a nice set. People really enjoyed you.
Thank you.
You really related well to the audience. How did you think the showdown went?
I thought it was going to be very tough as far as judging, because there was some really good talent in there.
Right.
And as far as singing and stuff, if you do not relate to the crowd and it comes back, that's how you get your pay. This way.
Right.
It goes and comes, And I've always been one. An old man told me one time down in Henderson, a black man, because I play a lot of blues, and he says you've got to live the blues to plays the blues.
Yes.
And he said, don't ever lose the feeling,
Yes.
no matter what you do. He said you can have all the theory in the world, but if you lose the feeling and forget the audience and that thing coming and going, he said, you're just another picker.
Terry always said, if you're going to sing it with feeling. So, and we give a shout out to Danielle, because we worked with Danielle a little bit, and we
Gail
actually
Parks.
told her the only problem she had in this whole thing was we were in it. But,
Obviously, that was true.
yes, and we was overdressed, so we
Yeah.
told her when we carried in our suitcases that they were full of Porter Wagner rhinestones. And so she's in Nashville today, working a little bit. So.
And
Gail
that
Parks.
is they're referring to Danielle Lee, who's the second place winner, right?
Yeah,
and Gail Parks,
Gail
a terrific
Parks
performer.
got a voice, man. That is a Patsy Cline lady, if there ever was one. I mean, she can flat sing.
Yeah, and then Jason, who was the third
he's-
place, he's got a powerful
Yeah.
voice.
He has been in it for the last 3-4 years, hasn't he? Not?
Yes.
Yes.
And
And he's a past winner.
Yes. Yes, and that is good because musicians come together. It's like Linda Smith and Tune, she won here, and people come together and you become friends, and no matter where you go, you know, you're liable to run into them anywhere, you know, and that's a great feeling there.
Well, how can somebody listen to you guys play when where's your?
Well, we do a little work in Florida in the wintertime, so we raise a few dollars to go to work at a little homeless mission for about a week, and we'll play. Little jobs will come along, and we'll donate to whatever's donated to us, and use it in a fund and go to Arcadia, Florida, to work in the winter.
You know, you guys performed at the Father's Day event, which was held in Huntingburg at League Stadium.
Yes.
And, you know, last year you were one of the integral parts of the Hee Haw event held at the
That's
League
coming
Stadium.
again soon. It won't be long. And keep an eye out because there might be something big coming to Huntingburg down the road where, you know, we can't let the cat out of the bag yet. But if you like good entertainment, it might be coming.
All right. And you guys will always be known as the Hasbeens? You can kind of watch for you that way?
We went when we did a CD together, and we went as the Waynes. His middle name is Wayne, and my middle name is Waynes, and I thought that would be a kind of a, you know, the Waynes, and of course, and so we kind of went that way for a while, and then when we were asked to go and do this thing, and we was talking, I said, you know, I said we're kind of old, and this is for a younger generation, and so we come up with the Hasbeens, and then you all asked us to do Out Front, and we had a blast doing that because we entertained the people that were waiting in line,
Right.
you know, to get tickets and stuff to go in and to be seated, and then we was up there behind the curtain all through there last year just dancing and going on, it was hard to hold Vern back.
Yes.
You know, he was wanting to do some chicken picking going out through there.
Yeah.
And you know.
And now I just do bug work. They know it's from the B&B, the Singing Bug
The
Man.
Singing Bug Man.
Without
There
the
you go.
teeth.
Yeah.
And a shout out to my daughter, who's the secretary. Hello, Heather. And my grandkids, Tabitha and Diedrich. My mom did not advise us to dress this way. She said, "You'll never win that way." I said, "Mom, it ain't about winning. It's about having fun."
And that's what you guys did, and that's probably really why you won, because you just related to the audience, they had a great time with you.
Yes, we really thought Danielle did real well, and with helping write that little Blue Tattoo song, you know, we was wishing her success there, but she's got a lot of good years to come.
What inspires you guys to do music?
I have, I grew up in it. My father was a minister, and I was around it all of my life. And so when I was 4 years old, I was, this will tell how old I am, I was beating on an old upright Zenith radio, listening to the Grand Ole Opry, and Tennessee Ernie Ford was on doing 16 tons, and what do you get? And so I was up there and I was beating on this radio, and we had an old lamp that was sitting on top of it, and it come on and hit me right in the eye.
And it affected him.
Yes, it did. It affected me. I told my mom at 4 years old that I said, "This is what I want to do, Mama, and I want to build you a new ranch style home." I said, "This is what I want to do." At 4 years old. And I started playing, and of course my dad and sisters all played and sang, and I started doing it, and it just came natural to me. And so we wasn't, since you played in front of church folk, so there wasn't no stage fright or nothing. I didn't even know what that was. And I grew up, I thought everybody played, because every place we went, everybody played
music. Right.
So I thought, wow, you know. And so I learned, I started out with a mandolin because I was too little to reach around a guitar until I got older and I started playing the guitar.
David, what about you?
Dad bought me a Merle Haggard record. And I would see this crazy guy walking up the street now and then as I was spinning my 45s out my bedroom window. And it was Terry, and later that's how we had hooked up, as we said earlier. But then we were blessed to write with some good writers in Nashville. Our friend Buck Moore comes up, and he wrote a lot of big hits. And
Playing me Birmingham.
yeah, we always let Danielle know when he's in town so we can get that writing thing going on. And so
another friend, Donnie Sax Sanders, who played with Elvis Presley and James Brown. He's a saxophone player, excellent writer. And we get together at David Wayne's house, and it's like, man,
Yeah.
I mean, there's knocking down 3-4 songs a day, you know.
So
like,
it's bugs and music and hopefully a little something special coming down the road. But we've lived our life for music, and now we just we try to make others happy with what we do, whether it's comedy or what have you.
Gospel.
You know, it's a small world, and it's over before you know it. And I think that people need to, you know, the good book says that out of all the things in a good book to have, that love is the greatest gift of all. So we like to just spread our love in song and comedy.
Well, we hope that works for you well at the state contest in August for the Texaco Country Showdown, which is the state division, and then you may go on to the national or regional. But gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Bill.
Our guests have been the 2013 WBDC Texaco Country Showdown winners, the Hasbeens.
Guess who gets to take that trophy?
Look at the nice trophy.
Yeah, we figured out who's going to get it, by the way.
Did you? You know who's going to get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me the top half, you take the bottom.
He gets the
There we
top
go.
hat. There, you
I'll
get
get
one
the
trophy,
bottom.
they just split it in half.
See you at the
Wayne.
shows. We'll be at the Hee Haw Park this year doing the Hee Haw thing and a gospel night. And there's good friends like Ron Drew and Gail Parks and them will come around and play. And keep looking for them special, little something special down the road.
Posters and newspapers and stuff like that. Watch where we'll be at. And we'll be letting you all know somehow. We'll have to come back and do another interview.
Come and
right.
have some fun with the Hasbeens.
They are the Hasbeens, David Wayne and TK Terry Kendall. Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.